Hi everyone. So this is a clean slate site with just Nintex Forms and Nintex Workflow for Office 365 installed. You can see the buttons on the ribbon in this list right here. What we're going to talk about is some of the new things that have been added that you can trial right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the Nintex Workflow button, and that will actually stream the designer to us, and it will give us the ability to start building out some workflows. You'll see you actually get prompted with this trial if that's what you have now, or if you've purchased a license, you won't see this particular pop-up. You get some information here, and then finally we'll actually just go to the designer. So we have a whole bunch of actions that come out of the box, but what we're going to do is we're going to click on the Nintex store and see some of the other things that have appeared in Nintex Workflow for Office 365. So the first one we're going to look at is the dynamic CRM connector. You'll actually see I'm subscribed to a whole bunch of these action packs, but not to the dynamic CRM. So let's click on that. You'll see you have a button to try it out. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actions available in this particular action pack. If there are more than 5, you'll actually see some extra page buttons over here on the right. So there's only 5 in this particular action pack. Now this is actually not fully available right now. We're still putting some finishing touches on it, but this is a trial that you can actually click on try. Do you want to add these to your toolbox? Yes, I do. And it's going to go ahead and add those, and you can see they're all trialed. If I close this window and go in here and say type in CRM, now you'll see I have my 5 dynamic CRM actions. Now, the actions are actually built for really what you would normally want to do when you're automating a business process. You've got the ability to create records, to delete records, query for information, retrieve an actual record, and update a record as well. So almost if you think about some of the database type functionality where you create, update, delete, insert, this is the same sort of functionality that you would want to see. Now, as like with all the other actions in Nintex Workflow, it's simply a matter of dragging and dropping them. So if I want to create a record, simply drag and drop that action. If I want to query for records, I can simply drag and drop the query record action. And now if I open these up, it uses the same type of configuration window like all the other actions in Nintex Workflow. So we're trying to keep a standard in regards to what the configuration screens look like. And you can see you can specify what type of entity you want to query for. You can set a limit to the number of results you want to get back, whether you want to get all the results that match your particular criteria, or actually specify a particular criteria. So for example, you might want to look up all the accounts that are in the Northwest region. You could do something like that. And then finally, some of the things that you need for all these actions, which is the server URL for your dynamic CRM online, and the username and password to actually access that site as well. So you can see if you're using Office 365 and Dynamic CRM Online, you can now start automating some of the processes. You can actually retrieve, you can update, you can use SharePoint as a central UI, have people fill in, say, forms, maybe Nintex forms, and then when those are submitted, you could have a workflow automatically kick off, grab that data, and go and update or delete or create items or records in Dynamic CRM. So let's do a little bit of a cleanup here. Then what we'll do is we'll jump back into the store and we'll see what else we have available here. And you can see there's actually now a Salesforce connector as well. So let's click on this and you'll see the 5 actions, but then you'll see down here, there's actually 3 pages here. So if I jump to the second one, there's another 5 actions. If I jump to the third one, there's another action there. So there are 11 actions all up for the Salesforce part of Nintex Workflow for Office 365. So again, click on try. Yes, we want to add it to the toolbox. When this is done, let's jump back into here and look up Salesforce, and here are all our actions. You've got Salesforce chatter actions. So if you want to post messages or retrieve information from there, post links, send invitations, you can do all that. So think about if you had a new employee onboarding type workflow where you create an account, you assign a license to them in Office 365, maybe you create them some other things through an Intex workflow, maybe a SharePoint site or a list or something like that. You can also invite them to a Salesforce chatter, uh, and you can also do all sorts of other things in regards to actually getting uh, your CRM type data from Salesforce, whether you're doing queries, retrieving, or like the CRM Online actions, creating, deleting, and updating those items as well. Now, with the Salesforce actions, a little bit different to the CRM Online. If I actually open up these actions, there's no username and password. There's actually an authorizing user. So what will actually happen is if you run a workflow and you specify this authorizing user, they'll actually get notified and they'll need to kind of accept it so that to allow these actions to talk to Salesforce on their behalf. But you can see from the UI standpoint that it looks very similar to the CRM Dynamics online actions as well. Now, during the World Partner Conference, Nintex actually announced that we have a partnership with DocuSign. So we're going to have a whole bunch of actions to be able to initiate document signatures. So that's going to be great. We already have a whole bunch of actions. I didn't actually want to go and show them to you because I think some of them will be changing quite soon. So they're kind of in beta state at the moment. But thank you for listening in. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to post them at the bottom of this blog post.